Hello, welcome to Remote Desktop Manager Mac, getting started for Teams. We have split this tutorial in 5 steps. The first one will be how to register your data source. Then I will show you how to modify your options for team environment, followed by a quick overview of the default settings. Then how to get set up, and finally how to create your entries. For this demo, we'll be using an SQL server as a backend and an SQL server as an account to log on to our system. We will follow how a company who's managed internal server and those of customers as well would set up their RDM. There will be a help desk team and a service desk team. Step 1. How to register your data source. Let's start the application. So you have downloaded RDM from our website and have registered your license. If you haven't registered your license yet, I would invite you to watch our quick tutorial overview Register Remote Desktop Manager. When starting RDM, you will notice that you already have a local data source, which is in fact an SQLite database. You always need at least one data source, so we won't delete it right away. Let's first create a new data source, click on the wheel, and then on the plus to add a data source. We will select Microsoft SQL Server and click on OK. So let's type in my company name as a data source name, the name of the SQL Server instance using the default instance in this case, the username, and the password that grants me access to the server. Make sure to take a user that is an administrator of the SQL Server instance in order to allow him to create a database and to create login as well. Now that all the information is entered, I can click on Test Server to be sure that my server settings are correct. The next step is to create the database. Enter a database name here. Now let's go in the Upgrade tab and click on Create Database. And click on OK. You can now see my newly created database. If you wish to delete your local data source since it's no longer necessary, just select it and click on the minus. Now I can exit this window and you can see my SQL data source. Now you should be ready to modify your options for your team environment, which is our next tutorial video.